It really looked like Kim Jong-Un was all aboard the Trump train for a while there. But no, we find out today, we are reminded that the negotiations between the US, South Korea, and North Korea are not going to be as simple as Donald Trump seemed to be pitching them to be about a week ago. And that while it looked like, well, we're gonna get this summit and they're gonna talk and they're best friends and people are shaking hands, people are stepping over things, everything's gonna be hunky-dory. No, the North Koreans still want things and are still going to play hardball if they can, and they are doing that. First of all, the North Korean leadership has pulled out of a high-level meeting with South Korea. They have already done that, and at the same time, they are threatening to walk away from the June 12th summit in Singapore that Kim Jong-Un and Donald Trump are supposed to attend. It's still quite far off, but they're saying we might not go, and they're giving a couple of reasons for that. And so we're gonna break those down today. But yeah, they put out a warning on Wednesday saying that they might not go, in part because of joint military exercises that the US is conducting with South Korea. Those latest drills, known as Max Thunder, who's also a character from Mad Max, involve some 100 warplanes, including an unspecified number of B-52 bombers and F-15K jets. North Korea has described them as a provocation and preparation for an invasion of the North. But the US and South Korea have always insisted the drills are purely for defense purposes, and they've been doing them for decades at this point. Still provocative.
So here's my analysis of it. First of all, Max Thunder is an awesome name. And if you're lucky, John, that might become your 29th nickname.
Nice. Can't wait for the fan art for Max Thunder.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be John Thunder?
You know, I probably should have changed my name a long time ago. It's Cenk Uygur, but it looks like Cenk Uygur. I should have just gone with Max Thunder, but only for defensive purposes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's the reality? Offense or defense? Of course, both. Right. So mainly for defense, if the North attacks, they need to be able to defend, and the North has a ton of conventional weapons, and that. Defense against the North is going to be extraordinarily difficult. Their weapons are buried into the mountains, and it's going to be hard to rout out. That's the primary purpose. Will they then go on the offense if there's a war? Of course they will. So it's partly defensive, partly offensive training. And so I think this is mainly North Korea going, hey, you're not the only one who's volatile and can, go in and out of these things willy-nilly, so you better watch yourself, okay? Because Trump says, oh, you never know, man, I'm crazy, my button's bigger than you, so you better come to the table. And this is Kim Jong-Un going, oh yeah, I'm crazy too, dog.
Yeah, but I don't understand, because just a week ago, Kim Jong-Un was getting along, he was visiting the South Korean president, and I was told by all these people in the media, look, it took a strong person to do what George W. and Barack Obama wouldn't do. You guys love to make fun of the fact that he's a child dictator. Donald Trump, I mean, not Kim Jong-un. But his tweets apparently have worked, and this thing is done. The nukes are gone, man. Why doesn't he have the Nobel Peace Prize already? That is what we were hearing on a daily basis, and it might well turn out to be true, but we are far away from there. They've already had the celebratory party, they've eaten all the food, and we have to clean up the mess. We're not there yet. But people were so desperate to give Donald Trump credit that they started to pretend that Kim Jong-un and the North Korean leadership are not humans or a government or a dictatorship. And for all three of those reasons, aren't necessarily gonna go along in the way that we want them to.
Yeah, look, to be fair to the media, I think they were split on it. I think that they were generally congratulatory, and I get why. I mean, some of the detainees were released, and we were making progress in what I view to be the right direction. But the Republicans, yes, 18 House members submitted to Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. That's just hilarious, right? To be fair, Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize when he hadn't done anything.
Oh no, that didn't make any sense either.
So that, and he actually got that Peace Prize. It wasn't just a submission. Look, these are both volatile characters. They're both, in a sense, if you will, centrifuges that might spin out of control. So you might get to a very good conclusion because both sides think that other dude's crazy enough to do something, so maybe let's hurry up and get a deal, right? On the other hand, they are both actually crazy enough to do something, so it could spin out of control. Totally agree with John, of course. let's see what happens at the end. Yeah. No one knows how this movie is going to end. And God help us if Kim Jong-un or Donald Trump says something at the meeting that slightly offends the other. They both have incredibly thin skin, as you can see here. I mean, look, they've been doing these exercises since 1953, and Kim Jong-un's like, how dare they? I mean, they are so similar in their personalities and in their reactions, etc. Trump is not. It does. North Korea is way worse, and they've got concentration camps, etc. But their sensibilities, unfortunately, seem to be a little bit similar. Finally, my favorite, and there's got to be some creative person in North Korea, in the government/media, because they referred to this exercise as a, quote, provocative military ruckus. Somebody up there is having fun in North Korea, and they're the only one, writing things like dotard as a reference to Donald Trump. We all had to look up dotard, and that turns out to be a really fun word.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy writing, it's a military ruckus that the South Koreans and the Americans are doing.
I think provocative ruckus would be a good indie band.
Oh, led by Max Thunder.
Or porn star. But not.
Also led by Max Thunder. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.